All right, fellow rock stars, Ben Littlefield here, Rockstar Ben. On behalf of our man, Dr. Dan, welcome to Module 2. This is YouTube and Hangout Mogul. Let's jump right on in, shall we? All right, so let's talk about getting mega leads with YouTube and Hangouts. How this works. We bored you to death a little bit in some of that nuts and bolts stuff back in Module 1, but we wanted to make sure we could hit the ground running on this stuff and you understood how to set that stuff up so we wouldn't waste any time. All right, now we're going to talk about how to rank fast in lead generation opportunities, a super awesome foot in the door strategy that we promised you, driving traffic for business and for digital assets, and then how to sell leads, lead sites, and drive traffic for offers, all of that awesome stuff. Okay, let's first talk about getting mega leads with YouTube and Hangouts in creating your first video. Okay, you need to create a video. This is video marketing 101. We all know that if done right, YouTube videos can rank at the top of Google, and this is amazing for lead generation strategies and lead sites, okay? Because it all shows up, and if it's all leading to the right place and you got the right funnel set up like we talked about earlier on, then this gets super easy. It's ridiculous. Okay, so first, identify a business owner in a niche or a complementary niche. This is called to interview your way in, and this is also a sneaky foot in the door strategy, and I'll explain that. All right, so let's use the pool builder example. All right, I've got Pool Builders Irvine, for example. I might find a pool builder in Irvine, or I might find a pool builder in Houston, Texas. Okay, either way, I'm going to find myself a pool builder and say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Pool Builder, I would like to do an interview with you. I have a video channel, and I would like to do an interview with you about, asking you about the steps somebody should take to find the right contractor to build their pool, what they need to look for, what they should budget for, what they should expect. Those are things that your audience want to know. I mean, just doing that basic research up front will tell you that really quickly. So you can get this interview done. It's not hard to do, guys. Think about the strategy behind this. You're not only getting the content you need without you having to work for it, right? You are getting in front of a prospective client, a prospective tenant, someone who may want to buy leads from you. Just think about this genius method behind it. So if you don't feel comfortable, going to the pool builder in Irvine and doing this because you think, oh, if he or she does not, end up leasing this, I feel kind of like a jerk, using their content to lease this or sell these leads to their competitor, right? I understand that. So the simple way around this is either choose a complementary industry. Okay, so this could be a pool cleaning service. They don't have any skin in the game on pool builders. So pool cleaning service, you can ask somebody local, say, hey, could you give us tips? You see lots of pools. Can you give us tips of what the pitfalls are, all this stuff, and especially in Irvine, California, any geographic information you can give me? And those are the kind of things you can do. You can do complementary, or like I said, a different geographic territory. I can talk to a pool builder in Houston and use their content for my lead gen source or my asset that's specifically for Irvine, California. So just open your mind to that. And these do not have to be any longer than 15 minutes maximum. You can do this in 10 minutes. It's literally just the top 3 questions. Like number 1, what's the number 1 question you get as a pool builder, or what's the number 1 thing you see as an issue for people that would want to build a pool in Irvine, California, or in Houston, Texas, or in Atlanta, Georgia, or what do you think people should expect to do? What are the pitfalls? What are some of the common pitfalls people fall into? Are there HOA issues, etc.? Just really simple, and get them up on Hangouts. Okay, now as you learn how to use Hangouts, you just get them set up on Hangouts real quick. Doesn't take long. Send them that link. Let them log in. You don't even need them to have their video running. They don't have to have a mic. They don't have to have a camera. If they do, great. You can put side by side with those settings. Not hard to do, because that's all you're going to do is reach out for a 15-minute maximum interview and think about the foot in the door strategy we just handed over to you. It's amazing. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're getting a live prospect that you could sell your valuable lead generation service or your asset-driven lease site service or any service too really quickly. So that's really cool. You conduct the interview on Hangouts, you load it to YouTube, and then you use our Rockstar Mogul method to rank that thing, and we'll show you more on that in a moment. Let's talk about method number 2, because maybe you don't want to have to go and get somebody to interview, which I highly recommend it for especially for the asset driven, especially offline type strategies. But second method is great for online strategies. It's also great for offline strategy. This is where you do a simple presentation. Okay, you research the niche, topic, or product. Maybe you find out the information about the pool, the pool builders situation in Irvine, California. It's not going to take you long, maybe 15, 20 minutes of research or whatever, maybe half an hour. But once you see you might read a couple articles and just kind of sum them up and create an outline with Keynote or PowerPoint, 5 to 8 slides maximum, and then conduct a 15 to 20 minute presentation. I say 15 to 20 minutes, I really should say up to 15 minutes on Hangouts, and then load it into YouTube. Use our simple formula, and I don't care if you're doing an online offer, I don't care if you're pre-selling a launch, if you're selling your dog training product, whatever it may be, or doing pool builders in Irvine, California. The formula is really simple. Start with a pain, talk about a solution, an opportunity, call to action. So pain, it's hard to find a good pool builder in Irvine, California because of these 2 or 3 issues, right? The solution is find somebody who has these credentials, who has this experience, who is able to do X, Y, and Z. The opportunity is, hey, it's not as hard as you think when you're working with the right professionals. And this leads us right into the call to action. If you call us, contact us, go visit our website today, whatever that may be, call to action, we will hook you up with a free, no obligation quote and show you how you can actually save 20% on your project versus everybody else, something like that. So you go in and you do that, and there you go. You get it ranked using our Mogul method, and keep on watching. We'll show you that, and that's it. That's 2 simple methods to do videos. Okay, and let me talk about some gear here because you might be sitting there saying, oh, I need cameras and all this stuff. Look, just have a decent onboard camera on your computer. If you don't, there are several webcams that are under $50. Lots of them are good. Just look on Amazon, find good reviews, but make sure you have yourself some sort of camera. We use our Macs, so I use my onboard, what is it? I keep wanting to say microphone, but it's the camera, my onboard camera on my iMac and in my MacBook Pro. Dan, uses a combination of some, like a GoPro type thing and like a USB type thing. You know what? Just find something that works. It's easy. Don't make this complicated, okay? And screencasting is not necessary with Hangouts because Hangouts allows you to share your screen, show your screen, and records that. So I just wanted to remind you that in this process, you don't have to use Camtasia or anything else. Now, what is important is audio. There are 2 options, I like to present. If you have a really good onboard mic and that's just good to get you started, fine, go ahead. But you know what? If you're interviewing somebody, absolutely, even if you're using your onboard mic, absolutely use earphones and insist that the person you're interviewing uses some sort of earphones as well, because you do not want that echo. Okay, now what I recommend for microphones, Dan and I use Blue Yeti microphones, which are not cheap. But I also happen to use a Samsung Go mic, which is under $50, and it's a very good quality microphone, and it's portable, it's small, fits in a backpack, really easy to use. So, if you just make sure you have decent audio. Lighting, just make sure you have some lights somewhere around your computer. You don't need to go and buy studio lights or anything crazy like that. Don't worry about all that. And editing, you can edit within YouTube if you want to, if you need to. But don't go any crazier than that. Just rehearse this. It's supposed to be informal, impromptu, and interesting to the subject matter. So don't get too caught up in minutia, please. It doesn't have to cost a lot to look like a rock star. And really, the truth is, it's all going to come down to good audio quality. If you have good audio quality, that's the biggest part of the game. Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about more nuts and bolts, some really important stuff here. Okay, like I said earlier, have the right gear, headphones, microphone, however you have that set up, and then obviously an onboard camera is always helpful. Okay, now what if the interviewee doesn't have a webcam, microphone, etc.? Well, that's something that, might be of concern. So that needs to be something you find out quickly. Odds are they probably have all this stuff. Now, if they don't have a webcam, they probably have a microphone, like an onboard microphone. If they don't, well, then you're just going to have to move on to somebody else probably. I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. I've never really run into this, but I have run into a lot of people that don't have webcams, and that's okay, because whatever you do, you can just simply tell them to upload whatever image they want of themselves on their Google profile. And if they do that, that's what's going to show up. You can also control the screen. Look, remember, when you're in Hangouts in that dashboard, you can just make it show only your screen. You can actually just, or only show your camera. And then you can also show your screen and put an image of that person on your screen, and you can go back and forth, rotate around if you want to. And remember, in YouTube, you can edit and you can drop in that stuff if you needed to. But again, don't get too caught up in that. All right, but what is really important, because this is part of the ranking strategy, is know your keywords, okay? When you're setting this stuff up and loading it out, use keyword-rich titles and descriptions, okay? When you're loading that thing out to YouTube, having something about Pool Builder Irvine right there in the title is very helpful, right? Vocally use your keywords in video content. Remember, Google now has the ability to actually listen to the content in your videos. They actually listen to it and listen for the words. They transcribe it, okay? And you can actually go and check that transcription, and we'll show you a little more on that in a moment. But that's really, want to be vocal about your keywords, using the titles and descriptions. Nothing complicated there, guys. That's that's basic, SEO type stuff. That's old school, but that's really simple to do. Just remember to use it vocally. All right, and then verify and fix if needed in the transcription. Like I said, I'll show you that, and then get the serious juice. All right, that's getting external properties, pushing it even harder, and that's really easy. Bottom line, keep this simple and to the point. Don't complicate this stuff. Okay, let me show you some of this stuff real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because this is really easy stuff. Check it out. Okay, so when I log back into my YouTube channel, now you can see that this is all in there. If I go in there and edit it, okay, now this is where I use, title and description, all that stuff. Now let me tell you a little trick here about if you're doing a live hangout with an audience. When they put in their little comments and chat, if they have that ability, if you give them that page, it actually gives you juice. It actually will show up as comments, and it gives you lots of juice. Not necessary, but it's just a little boost I thought I would tell you about in advance. Okay, now let's go and look at some of the settings here so we can get this right. So remember, title and description. I would obviously want to use the pool, and this, let's pretend this was an interview with the pool builder in Irvine. Okay, so I'd obviously want to put pool builder Irvine custom pool builder, not just blatantly keyword spam, but get it in there. So I would probably put pool builder Irvine, something like that. Tips to getting a pool at the best price. All right, something like that. Okay, you don't have to be crazy with this. And then looking for a pool builder to do a custom pool, or hold on, in Irvine. Check this out. All right, and then this is where I could also put the link to my site. Okay, so I might put Irvine custom pool builder.com. Remember, this is juice. I'm getting juice to everything. Okay, so this is part of the strategy. Okay, now look, it clearly found some, it clearly gave me some tags based on the title and description I put there. But now here's some of the advanced stuff though. Okay, so I'm going to save these changes. Okay, and then I am going to go back in here and go to the advanced settings. Okay. And if you're doing something like I said, if you're doing anything like Irvine, California, it's not going to hurt you to put a geotag in there, okay, in this video. It's not going to hurt you, so might as well do that, okay? So go in there in advanced settings and do that. And if you want to put the date, that's fine too. I have not noticed anything one way or another, but there we go. I'm going to save those changes. All right, and let's see. Oh, and I've almost forgotten caption certification. You know, select something. You know, this is never aired on television in the United States, so it's original content. So I can put that and save that and show you the next thing. Okay, next, this is a really big one. Okay, this is part of the ranking strategy. Okay, remember I said be vocal about your keywords in your content. All right, so click on captions over here. Okay, and you can see here there's a little thing that says add captions. Now you have the option, like I was trying to say, you have the option of actually putting in, typing it out, your transcript here if you want to. Don't spam this. I don't, falsify this, but this is a place where you can put in your transcript if you want to. Now, they will automatically a lot of times do this. It just takes time before that shows up. So this is where you would come and check it to see if it's correct. That you'd be able to see that. And I'll show you a little more here. Just check this out. So if you go here to track list, click learn more, okay? It'll show you all the information about it. So you see here automatic captions where they will actually use their own voice recognition and do that. Now once you see that, you can edit the captions, okay? And this is how you do it. It's giving you instructions how to do that. But you just simply go in, visiting your video manager, go to captions, and then you can go and look in there and make sure that it's synced up properly and it has your keywords in there. You can also upload a text file if you want to. I mean, you can put it in manually, however you'd like to do that. But that's just one of those things that actually helps you out a lot in this process. Okay, so now we've shown you kind of the deployment of the video and the little basics there. Guys, as you saw, that was not complicated to go in and put in a title, description, add your little link to your magnet site, to your money site, whatever you want to call it, your digital asset. Deploy that, and then now we're on to the juice. This is the fun stuff here. This is creating external properties, and it's really easy. We use really simple tools to do this. We used to use Pixel Pipe and Ping FM, and those have all like come and gone and whatever, and that's fine because there's still some great services we're using now. And let me show you those. OnlyWire is one. It's a mass content distribution network, really easy to use. WeOnTech is another one. We actually use both, but you can use one or the other or both. It's up to you. And then Fiverr. Fiverr allows us to simplify the creation of these accounts, and I'll show you that in a moment. Or you can also use Fiverr to do content distribution if you like. We don't use Fiverr very often for content distribution itself, but we have some of our coaching students that do and have reported really good results, so we thought we would share that. And then also the Google love type sites. That's what we do a lot of, and you just saw a whole example of that. The Google Love ad sites, and those are the classified ad sites. We just add those into the mix and distribute that all out. So, and then we keep track of all those assets and links, and then ping it all out there. Okay, I'm going to show you this real quick. If you just follow along. Okay, here I am on OnlyWire. All right, this is a great service, and it has a free trial, so give it a shot. This is a premium service. It's not very expensive, but give the free trial a shot and see how it works. It goes over to 50 plus networks, and you can see them all here. I mean, it will take what you're doing and blast that stuff out, and I'll show you an example of how we do that. But I don't need to show you how it works. I mean, look, it shows you here. You put your website URL. And then you simply can dump it out there. Really easy to do. And basically what this will do is you can take that YouTube video and other content as well, even your money site itself, and blast that stuff out there. Really simple, and that's why we tell you to keep everything tracked. So you put the URL to that YouTube video, for example. You put the title, description. You already kept. You're keeping all this information, and then you send it on out. I mean, it will track everything and blast it out to all these sites. Now, the thing is, you have to have accounts on all of these different networks, but I'll show you how to get that done easily, okay? Same thing with WeOnTech, okay? WeOnTech has a whole distribution network as well. Some of them are crossover, some of them are not. But the cool thing is it will go out all over the place. They have a completely free account that you can do a lot of stuff with just with this free account. So I recommend you just sign up for that and go for it, okay? Now, with Fiverr, let me show you something here because I can actually get my OnlyWire account set up for me. Like, remember there's like 50 networks here. So I can get somebody for $5 to go up and set up my OnlyWire account. Like set up all those logins, set up everything, just give me one master login and I don't even have to think about it. Okay, I mean that's really easy. I do recommend for $5, you go over to Fiverr and you get somebody. I think this is the person we actually used. On the last account we set up, we've used like just about everybody on here, and we've hadn't had any bad luck with it. Just pay attention to their feedback. They have 100%, so that's pretty good. The same thing with We on Tech. Okay, I'm going to type just We on Tech, and you'll see there's some folks here on Fiverr. They'll do it in one day, $5. They'll complete a We on Tech account setup. They'll take care of all of it. You don't have to think about it. They just do it. Okay, there you go. And so basically, what you're going to do here is you're going to take, whenever you've completed your video and you have your money site, okay, and then you're also going to take your client. This is an extra step, not necessary, but this is one of the things we do almost every time, and I do recommend it. Is that you create a couple of classified ad properties. All right, please review the Google Love 2.0 bonus we provided there if you're not already familiar with the Google Love method. But this is a great place to put up an image ad where you just take you can just take a screenshot literally of your website, of the website you created, or of the YouTube video even. You can take a screenshot of that and then put it in here with a link going back to it, and then just use the same principles of creating good titles and descriptions. I don't have to explain to you how to set up a classified ad, I hope, but I mean, let's just say we're doing California. Okay, I'll just show you examples because Irvine's in Orange County. Okay, and that's going to obviously be under services. So let's look and see if they have. I mean, outdoor recreation would probably be the closest thing. Maybe construction or something like that. Gardening, landscaping. I want to do outdoor recreation just because I can't think of anything better. Then you can look and see the ads here, but then you can post an ad. Okay, you post an ad, you just log in, you create an account. It takes a couple seconds. This doesn't cost anything. Then you go and you simply type in your ad just like you would anything else. You fill in the title, fill in the description, and then you can upload an image and a linkable image, and then you can put a couple other links, to that YouTube video. Put a link to the YouTube video, and then put a link back to your money site as well. I mean, do both. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get more link juice. This itself is going to do well, and then you're going to actually distribute this through OnlyWire and We on Tech. Okay, simple as that. Just follow the instructions on OnlyWire and We on Tech. They're not hard to do. I mean, just follow the instructions. Enter a link, enter a title, enter a description. Done. And now we can go to these other properties like classifiedads.com, which you could put in free classified ad. Right now it says Dallas-Fort Worth, but you choose the appropriate city. So if it was the Irvine, California example, bam, you just go over there, and then it's free to post an ad. In the walkthrough Dan does in module 6, I believe that's module 6, but in the walkthrough, in the over the shoulder, he goes through this in a lot more depth. But really, one of the cool things you can do is you can take a screenshot of your video. You can take a screenshot of your asset page, for example, put it in there, link to it. This is part of how you get the juice. The other thing you can do is you can go to eBay Classifieds, which used to be qzx or whatever. These get lots of juice, and then once you tie these together in your automated strategy of building up all those extra social boosts and social signals, this is the engine that drives the Rockstar Media Mogul method. And there's lots of other stuff here too, right? Same thing with back page ads. You just go through, you create an ad here on back page and do the same process, put it through the distribution, done. All right, and finally, we're going to do this last little bit. Once you've done all those, created all those little properties, okay, so you're going to have a YouTube video, that you created from Hangouts. You're going to have probably a money site, right? You're going to have hopefully a money site, your one-page site. You're going to probably have a classified ad site, or maybe two, if you decide to do that. And so what I want you to do is put your YouTube link, put your, put YouTube, put money site, classified 1, classified 2. And so on, okay? All right, and then just put the, HTTP and then the URL just like this. You can put all of them in here and then mass ping, done, okay? And what's gonna happen is you're gonna see results. I mean, within a short amount of time. If you pick the right keywords, you did the right research, this works. This works today. This is amazing how quickly you can get your videos ranked and your money sites and your digital assets ranked. And again, it doesn't matter if you're doing offline or online. It's all about being visible and getting mass visibility out there. And this is how you get that juice. So I don't know what else to tell you, but use this process. I'm going to recap it. Right? Get yourself a free trial on OnlyWire. Go get We on Tech. And they have all the instructions here how to use it. That's why I'm not wasting your time with this, because it's really, you put it in a URL, and then you submit it, essentially. I mean, it's nothing complicated about it. Same thing, you can get these things with Fiverr. And also, I forgot to tell you, you could do, you can do distribution. Let me type it in, content distribution, okay? Okay, here we go. Submit your content. I mean, these are people that will put out press release stuff. I would use these too if you really want to speed it up. I don't find it necessary, but again, like we said, we have students that do this and they spend $5, and it's like, okay, they got results like in double the, or half the time for $5. So, I mean, for $5, think about if you want to do that. But some of these are really good. Just look for content distribution and press release opportunities, especially if they'll write it for you and do it for you. You just give them the links you want to distribute and done, okay? Get the classified ad sites, ping all that stuff. Remember what all assets you have, what all things you've created, and then ping all that stuff. Simple as that. All right, let's move it along. Okay, since we are talking about videos, YouTube, Hangouts, all this stuff, I wanted to leave you with this module. Dan and I thought it was really important to leave you here with a few simple video formulas so you don't feel uncomfortable if you're doing this yourself, you're doing interviews, whatever, because these are how we do almost all our stuff. And it doesn't matter if we're doing offline lead generation and lease sites, or if we're doing offers and pre-sales and launches and affiliate things, online, all that good stuff. There's really, a few simple video formulas. We've got the sales video formula, the teaching video formula, the rapport video formula, and I'm going to show you what those are and when to use them, okay? The sales video formula. It's really simple. You start with an introduction, building trust. Everything is all about building trust, and that's what makes videos so great. It's like, maybe it's your credentials make you trustworthy. Maybe it's your reviewer. You are also in the trenches with them. That's what I love about the informational presentational thing. It's like, hey, I know what it's like to look for a pool. I'm interested in looking for a pool, or something that can relate to your audience, relating to them, introducing a problem, giving a solution, demonstrating perhaps if that's appropriate, providing any social proof where necessary, and then call to action. Easy, right? I mean, that's not that hard. This can all be done quickly and easily. Teaching video formula. This is more likely to be the better process for the pool builder example, because it's like, what and why of a problem. Okay, so the problem is I don't know who to hire for my pool. I don't know who to hire to build me a swimming pool. I have no idea. I have no idea what it's going to cost me. All right, solution is, hey, I've done some research and I know what the problems are and I know what it's going to cost and I have a good idea how to help you. Solution. Let me demonstrate that, okay, or something. Demonstrating it can simply mean, hey, look at what problems I have uncovered. That's just demonstrating the issue, going deeper into it, digging into it. The next step is, hey, go to this website and we'll get you a quote and make sure that you don't throw your money down the drain, right? I mean, it's simple as that. Rapport video formula. This is great if you're doing a pre-launch or launch checking, okay? It's all about that fan, all about that person watching the video and why you are here to help them. I used to have trouble with all this stuff, and then I found this great program that helped me, and this is why I'm here to help you. All right, see how I'm helping people like you by reaching out and helping you connect. All right, how you can connect with this, things like that. So just keep this simple. Just remember the formulas, and make your own. But guys, I want to tell you, these videos don't have to be hard. The only reason I even put this here, Dan and I just talked about, I'm like, look, I don't want anybody having excuses not to be able to take this and make it work in their business. I don't care if you're offline or online or doing both like we are. These things are simple. It's all about taking real, dedicated, and focused action. And so taking that excuse off the table, those are the video formulas. Study up on this stuff. All right, it's not hard to do. Just get out and do it. Learn by doing if you haven't already. Okay. So important tips: keep stuff short and sweet. Timing is important. We all like to talk about pattern interrupts. If it's not like, an hour long, you don't have to worry about that. But, pattern interrupts are just simply a fancy way of saying keep it interesting. Keep things moving along, okay? And be conversational, not presentational. See how I'm talking to you right now? I'm talking to you like I'm sitting across from you, because that's how I feel. I actually envision you sitting there on the other side of this screen, and we're having a conversation, we're having a dialogue. I know you're not really talking back, or I can't hear you talking back, but that's how I feel about it, and it comes off much more friendly and engaging. So that's it, guys. Keep this stuff simple, keep it fun, and we will see you in the next video. Keep on rocking, guys.